Oh, they just all go in.
Look at that. Look at that. All right, Brandon.
Cleveland Putters with Zach. Hello, Zach.
How's it going?
Good, thanks. What have you got for me?
So we've got the 2135 Satin Putters. This is the second generation TFI putters. If you were familiar before, they were black with a copper face. We've updated the looks. They look a lot more gameable, I guess.
Okay.
So the other thing too is that we've still got the 2135 alignment line.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar, this is going to give you perfect alignment on every time you line up the putt.
So it's raised, this line, isn't it? It's
Yes.
not on the base of the putter, it's actually at ball level, is that correct?
Yeah, so what we found in our testing is that most golfers have their eyes either inside the golf ball when they address it or outside the golf ball when they address it.
Okay.
And what this does is it basically would give those golfers alignment lines either inside or outside, which isn't necessarily lining up in the center of the putter face.
So it's playing with perspective, I
Exactly.
guess,
So if we raise that sight line, now everyone's actually lining up the center of the putter face to the center of the golf ball.
Excellent. Now we get an interesting face on this one because it's basically challenging how much of the face and ball contacts in the middle compared to the outside, which we've seen in other putters.
Yeah, this isn't necessarily new. What we're doing here is we're normalizing the ball speed across the face so that no matter where you hit it within the hitting zone, it's going to go the same speed. Now, like I said, this isn't new, but what is different about these is that every single model has its own face. So we've got 6 different models here, and each one has their own face, and this is because each putter has their own MOI and CG properties. So
okay, so that's interesting. So
yeah.
In effect, these faces, you drop ball speed down, say 5% from the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So when you move away from your sweet spot strikes, which maybe drops ball speed by 5%,
Yeah.
it then evens it all
Exactly.
to 95% off the face.
Exactly.
But what you're saying is that this one with the more classic shape compared to this one with the 2 fangy bits off
Yes.
the back has a different face to try and make sure the ball speeds are consistent, built around the MOI of the putter. Now, that is quite different. I've not seen that before.
Yes.
That's what Cleveland are bringing, which is a bit more unique to the putting table. So the different putters have different names. The numbers are the same. So the 2135 is the model number.
Yes, that's the product name is 2135 Satin. The name of that particular putter is Elevado. We've got a 1.0 blade over here, and then we've got a Cero model, which is kind of your half mount.
So we're named on the putters. What is Elevado? You don't know, probably, do you? I know, that's one of those questions. As I'm asking it, I'm thinking he ain't gonna know that. Don't ask it, Mark. Don't ask it. Oh, I've asked it. It's one of those ones. So this face is different to that face.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. That feels quite soft off the face. Is that what we're going for?
Yeah, so with that aluminum face cap, and then also you've got the TPU layer below. Nice putt.
Thank you.
It's going to feel extremely soft. And because it's kind of got a deeper milling pattern to optimize that ball speed range, or that ball speed,
Yeah.
it's going to feel extremely soft.
And I quite like this one with the shape. The line-up line, so the shape of this one is quite fun. It kind of feels very stable. The line-up line is unique. The difference actually, wow, it's hard to tell actually, because I've not really putted with a putter with a line-up line there. I mean, it does kind of focus on the middle of the ball quite well, doesn't it? Compared to the lower one, which does feel like it can move subject to where you're stood.
Exactly.
Oh, they just all go in.
Look at that. Look at that. All right, Brandon.
So if we look at the point, or the 1.0, again, it's going to give me the same feel of the face. So even though the faces are different, in theory, I'm not going to notice the difference between the two faces, am I?
Not on putts that are in the center of the face. As you take a putter like this one that's a little bit less MOI,
Yeah.
that milling pattern is going to get a little bit more less aggressive out towards the toe,
Yeah.
or the heel, and so it will feel firmer on off-center hits, obviously, because there's a little bit less of a window, but that's what you get with a low MOI putter. But because of that milling pattern, now no matter where you hit it on the face, it's going to go the same speed.
I think you're talking, Zach. but I'm just holding putt.
I know, right? Maybe I should stand here on all here.
New caddy. Didn't hit that one hard enough. I do like that classic shape. It's a little different, obviously, with the higher line-up line. I think for some people, they're gonna have to get used to that. It's funny because in the bigger shaped one here, it kind of offends me less. It gets in my eye less. Where with the classic shape one, I would have to get used to that. I like this shape best for me. It does feel ridiculously soft. And to be honest with you, out of all the faces I've tried, it's probably one of the most noticeable feeling of faces. And I don't know if it's just because all the other companies seem to have gone much firmer in their faces nowadays, where this one actually feels much softer than anything I've tried in the modern releases. I like those. What's interesting with Cleveland and Putters is I just don't think they're in your head as a brand that you even associate with putters. And when I put these in my hand, you can see I putt fine, I hole putts with them, and I actually feels quite nice. It's just more a case of you going out there and trying it and actually reminding yourself that this company do actually make some pretty good putters. The idea of having the face change for the different MOI of the putters makes perfect sense to me as well. Post comments down below, let me know if you use the Cleveland putter or not. Would you use one or not? And if not, why not? Let me know. And if you do, let me know what you like about them. I quite like those. The jury's out on the higher line. I like it on the bigger models, not on some of the others. Go and have a look at it in your golf shop. See what you think. Let me know. As always, hit that comment section up and we'll speak to you soon.